being a diva, but when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Huskers move, kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Addison. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the San Diego State Aztecs offense will have the football first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Got him in the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this team.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Aztecs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Steps away to find some room. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into the end zone. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Inside the 40. The 30. Inside the touchdown, Nebraska. The defense putting points on the board.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aztecs. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go to work for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Has to get there to move the sticks. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his...
Turning it on! And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the back. It's caught. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, San Diego State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Cooper. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Losing early in the year can be detrimental, also can be galvanizing. You realize not much margin for error, and they suddenly have put it together and won their last 2.
The dips in the season early really served as motivation for them, and they were able to turn the page. They were able to be resilient. And 18 to 22-year-olds in college football, David, it's easier said than done, but this team really is about that.
Yeah, and they're starting to get it together, and you can see it. Like, I think early in the season, too, Jesse, you're figuring out who you are as a team. I think they kind of got that figured out, and I look for this team to win today and climb up into those rankings.
And the Huskers will hustle to the line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 15. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Give to the running back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run, and you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
He's got it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. He splits the upright. That'll bring him to within 4. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Aztecs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Complete in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Plows through the defense.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Aztecs will punt it away on 4th down. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Leaves it with the back. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. Leaves it with the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Aztecs will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
The Huskers want to move quickly.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tied game, hoping to get something on the board. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Finds his tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game. And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fire into the right, complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. This crowd knows when to bring it. He's looking to pass. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Looking to fire. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Aztecs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And the Huskers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Huskers line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete on the right side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Aztecs will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fakes to grab. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Tight end finds a soft spot. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Aztecs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Flips it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Floats it out in space. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
I really like the decision by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
He makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry up.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker. They want to throw it. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
What a throw on 1st down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Aztecs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he's stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aztecs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to pound it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Going to the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll operate out of split backs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Back to pass on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Now on first down from the 43. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball. And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They'll run this play from the pistol. Not much good can come out of throwing it here. Keeps looking downfield. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what